Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode. Hope you had a great weekend, a great Easter. Today, we got some cool stuff going on. I got a delivery over in Pottsville I got to handle first, though. And then we're going to do a breeder spotlight and check out some Legless Excellence with Glen Reptiles. So how's it going, everybody? I'm here with Glen Reptiles, Legless Excellence. We're checking out his Bullsnake collection, mainly because...
Gophers.
And the Gophers, the genus Pituophis. We have Pituophis cantinefer segi and Pituophis cantinefer, I can't remember the San Diego one. Annakins, okay. Look at these. Are these the San Diegos also?
Yeah, these are San Diegos.
Okay. Wow. Look how beautiful that snake is. Gorgeous. I like the head on it, the head pattern. I feel like these snakes are totally underrated for whatever reason. Not exactly sure why. I think they're really awesome. I'd prefer them over corn snakes, to be honest, but that might just be me. I think it's because they're thicker bodied and they just have more of a spicy attitude, I guess. And I just dig that with snakes. Yeah, they're just really cool snake. And their care is super easy and manageable. A lot like a corn snake, but...
Yeah, I think people like the keen scales, that they have the rough scale, or like a rattlesnake.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Makes them a little more unique looking.
True.
Yeah, they're great.
So tell me about the zombie one you got here.
Well, this is the original zombie.
Okay.
Right here. When he was born, he looked almost bluish purple.
Oh, wow, look at that.
And I thought he was dead when he was hatched out.
That's wild.
But he was alive and well, and so he's really just genetically an envy snow, but he was a unique envy snow in that it had sort of a purple-blue tint to him as a hatchling, and that tends to bring about this distinct patterning as an adult and the very bright bone-white head as an adult. And so I've produced a few since then.
That's awesome.
And so there's that guy, and then here's my Annery female. Yeah, for San Diego Gophers, they have Anneries. My Bullsnakes that we'll see in a minute, that's a xanthic. So Annery keeping the yellow but losing the red-orange, and a xanthic losing both the red-orange and the yellow.
Okay, there we go.
So we can show a striped San Diego as well. Here's a big fat girl who's ready to lay some eggs soon.
Oh, look at her. Dang. It's okay to handle them during this process?
Yeah, just gently. They're pretty mellow. She hasn't gone through a pre-lay shed, so she's not that ready. But
wow, look at the scales on it. They're really pronounced.
So,
spicy, yeah?
yeah, this big girl, striped albino.
Nice.
Striped snow, and then a zombie snow, and striped albino.
Okay. Hello. I'm so curious. I love it.
So here are my bull snakes. I've got a few males. This one this is his first year breeding, and he did a good job, locked up with a bunch of females. But he is white-sided, patternless, and a xanthic.
Awesome.
So he's really a beautiful animal.
I like the black eyes on it. That's
yeah,
really rad.
Cool the dark eyes that stand out.
Mm-hmm. And the white or silverish. That's really cool.
And then I have another male here who's an albino, but albino patternless, and possibly a hibino, hypo as well as albino, but it's kind of hard to tell when they're patternless and albino.
Interesting.
Whether they're carrying a hypo gene as well.
Mm-hmm.
But this male also did a nice job latching up with some females this year.
Good boy. That's awesome.
So yeah, about half of my females have laid eggs in the last week, and the other half are just about to lay. So
And how long is the incubation period on those?
70 days for me.
Oh, okay.
Other people say it takes usually less than that, but it's always 70 days for me.
Interesting. I really love this. I mean, still.
Yeah, this is a fantastic. This is just a simple white-sided, but not simple. Very beautiful white-sided.
It's almost like a speckled. You know, on the front.
Got the speckles, yeah, speckle pattern up front, and a very clean white side.
I love it. I definitely want one of those one of these days. You got any of these coming out soon?
Very likely, because he bred with some females, and several of my females are white-sided, so they all have hets for various things. So there'll definitely be a lot of white sides. Whether they'll be just white-sided, I don't know. They may have
Or possible heads, or okay, or
Yeah.
double het. But yeah, that's genetics always blows my mind.
Here's a female. She's a white-sided hypo. And she is going to lay, she has done her pre-lay shed, so she is going to lay eggs in the next week.
Beautiful.
So yeah, she's getting ready to lay those eggs. So this is a xanthic white-sided male. He's normally beautifully silver, but he's kind of brown as he's going to shed any moment now. I was hoping he'd shed before you got here. But he's normally a beautiful silver color. But he did his job. He's a great breeder. He's bred for many years for me.
How old is he?
He is 6 years old now.
Wow. It's a big boy.
Yeah, he's a great snake.
Awesome.
It's funny, they won't eat at all during breeding season and they get skinny.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as breeding season's over, they just start eating like crazy. So I'm trying to get weight back on these guys.
Okay. When you try to build more weight on them, what are you feeding them?
Small rats usually. A couple of small rats a week.
Nice. Okay.
Here's my biggest bull snake. It's a white-sided girl who's produced for me several years now. She's also about 6 years old. She's got a bunch of hets as well. She's a really beautiful speckled animal. Again, she's going to shed any minute now, so her color is not what it normally is. But this is her pre-lay shed, so when she sheds, she'll lay eggs in about 10 days.
Very good.
So
Very
she's
cool.
a little ways off, pretty close to laying.
Awesome.
Got a couple of girls who just laid. You can see how skinny this girl is. She gave me 15 eggs a few days ago, and she ate 2 small rats. Hard to believe it, but she ate 2 small rats yesterday.
Oh, wow. She just soaked it all up.
And you can hardly see them.
That's wild.
But yeah, she's putting some weight back on her after a nice clutch of eggs. This is a normal, and she's het for a bazillion things. But you can see it. Look how hungry she is.
Right.
You can see how pretty these guys are. And by the way,
I just love the darkness, and then it changes, and it's like a gradient, from the black to the brown to the yellows. It's amazing.
we're not picking these guys up a lot because they're in the breeding mode, but I probably should just to show you, these are not animals that are aggressive. They will buzz their tail a little bit now and again.
Right.
They will sometimes, especially in shed, hiss at you. But for the most part, they're as mellow as snakes get.
There's like the bluff, huh?
Yeah, and even they lose their bluff as you handle them more and more.
Okay.
So here's another female. This girl just laid eggs, gosh, was it yesterday?
Oh, wow.
2 days ago. And she also had a rat yesterday.
Hello, Mama.
But
Hello.
a white-sided female.
Beautiful.
So she laid some eggs. This was her second year breeding. She's a 4-year-old.
Very cool.
And then this girl laid eggs last night, which I took out this morning.
Oh, wow.
She's now bino.
Look at that. It's like a neon. Oh, this is so cool. I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah, her color is pretty fantastic. But you can see she's pretty deflated after laying 16 eggs.
Holy cow.
16 big eggs.
That's a nice clutch. Yeah.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
so
Look at the
pretty
cool
girl.
scales on there.
I love the
Very
coloration as it shifts down their body.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got this pattern and colors and all the way down to different pattern and color on the tail.
Very awesome.
And then this girl, my other female that hasn't laid yet, and she also is about to shed. So once she sheds, she will lay a clutch. She's another beautiful white side.
Yes, she is.
I'm really I took all of my females and I bred them with multiples of the males because I got too many slugs last year. I'm really hoping that this one hooked up with that one very white-sided male, because she is one of the whitest white-sided females I have. Yeah. And so they could produce some really nice babies. But she's been with the patternless males as well, and probably also with that axanthic male.
Oh, she gets around, huh?
Yeah. Well, they've all kind of made the rounds.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm really hoping, I kind of saved the axanthic male towards the end because he's the one who will definitely get the job done. But I really want to see the patternless and the albinos.
Me too.
More than more white-sideds.
What do we have here?
This is an annulated tree boa.
Okay. So these are the northern cousins to the Amazon tree boa, correct?
Yeah, now you see they look like a brown Amazon tree boa, but as you can see, they don't act like one.
Right.
These guys, you cannot get them to bite you.
Interesting.
They are as aggressive as a rubber boa. You can see the pied sort of speckling on their sides. Quite a few from this line have this. I got these guys from Terry Burwell.
Okay. Oh, they're beautiful.
Yeah, they're great. They're great. And you can see how mellow the adults are.
Do they get bigger than the Asian, the Amazon ones?
I think maybe they get a little bigger, but I'm not an expert on that.
Okay. Look at that. That's cool.
But they're just such cool snakes, and you're used to snakes looking like this, being really aggressive and defensive.
Right.
And these guys absolutely are not.
No. Well, there you have it, y'all. We showed you some of his collection, some of my favorite stuff. I'm not able to show everything, but he has some awesome animals. Make sure you check him out on Morph Market and Facebook. Glen Reptiles, Legless Excellence. Thanks for showing me, bud.
Absolutely, man. My pleasure. Good to see you.
Heck yeah. Have a good one. How's it going, everyone? So, the study of reptiles and amphibians is called herpetology. And within the hobby, we have a thing called field herping. And that's literally when we go out and look for wild specimens. And so I decided to come down here to Folsom Lake, part of it called Rattlesnake Bar, and I want to see if I can find the California king snake today or something. So let's have a look around, see what we can find. It's a pretty nice day. It's nice and warm. It's been pretty cold lately, so hopefully we can find something out and about. Trying to warm up. Let's go. Now again, I gotta be careful. Keep an eye out for rattlesnakes. Oh, there's a lizard. Probably a western fence lizard. Go over here where all these rocks are. Look inside of the cracks and crevices and see what we can find. Western fence lizard. So this time of year is typically mating season for the snakes and lizards, but typically you'll find the males out and about searching for a female. I'm not seeing anything yet. They might have already retreated for the day. So, they usually warm up in the morning and go about their day. Snakes up here are pretty cold tolerant, so they don't like it to be really, really hot. So unfortunately we didn't catch any snakes. We did see I did see a couple of western fence lizards aka blue bellies. Nonetheless, I got a nice little hike in. It's always nice to stay active and, you know, trying to be more healthy. So anyway, I'm gonna keep this episode short, and I thank you for watching. I appreciate all the new subscribers. Please like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time. Peace.